Hey guys, it's Kat and I'm back today to talk about empties. So these are my empties for March, April, I guess. I only just recently edited my Project Pan update and I did use up a lot of products. So we're going to go through those products and other products that I've used up and tell you whether or not I would repurchase them. So in my little box, I've got quite a few products to talk about. I'm going to make them quick. If you miss any of the names, I'll have them listed in order of me discussing them down below. So there we go. Let's start with a big product. Batiste. This is a massive can of dry shampoo and it's the Hint of Beautiful Brunette. Now I bought these on sale. I would have preferred the darker brunette one. I now know that in hindsight, it's a great thing. This is a little bit too light for my hair. It still shows up a little bit of a white cast, but Batiste do a great dry shampoo. It really does refresh the hair. It lasts a long time. It's just whether or not you can find a color that suits you. They're notorious for having a crazy white cast. This was sort of like a light brown cast, so it still didn't work perfectly for me. I wouldn't repurchase this, but when I did buy this, I had bought another can. So I've got another one to use up, but I would prefer to go dark brown. Works better for me, but the product's great. Another hair product, I would not repurchase this. It's by Kevin Murphy. It's the Un.Tangled leave-in conditioner. I just didn't think it was great. I've got much better leave-in conditioners. I don't like this range. I'm targeting a few to use up, and it doesn't do it for me. Sorry, Kevin, it's a no. I used the IT Cosmetics Confidence in a Cleanser. This was an interesting cleanser. I have an issue with IT Cosmetics though. I feel like the claims that they say about their products are far beyond what their products actually do. They're like, I just remember the spiel that they gave when they were talking about this. And it's supposed to be anti-aging. It's supposed to remove makeup really, really well. I found it to be a nice cleanser, but that was about it. I found it to be almost a mix between a gel and a cream cleanser because it's got a thicker sort of consistency that's a little bit opaque, but then it sort of builds to a bit of a lather. It was a nice product, but it didn't wow me. And for the price of IT Cosmetics, I don't know. I just thought, I don't know, it was okay. I used up my Sephora Rolling in the Grass. This is the shower jelly. I think last month I talked about the hand wash. I really like this scent. They were really affordable. It's like a grass but sweet sort of scent, and I thought it was really nice. A few people have mentioned they've had issues with this packaging, which you twist and then squeeze out, water getting in it or something. I didn't have a problem with the packaging, but it is something to watch out for. If you don't like finicky packaging that can get a bit faulty, this might be one. My cat is going crazy. He's running around like a crazy. Yeah. This, I really liked it. I would consider repurchasing. I used up my Laneige. This was the water sleeping mask. So it is an overnight sort of hydrating mask. They're like gel products. I really like these for my nighttime moisturizer because I have oily skin. These hydrate the skin without applying too much heavy cream, which doesn't really work for my skin. So I love products like this. I did like this. When I first started using it, I'm like, this didn't wow me. But as I used it, I was like, oh yeah, it's a nice product. But I would probably want to try some from other brands before I repurchase this. They've also got a lavender one, which even though some lavenders I don't like, I think nighttime products with lavender generally does work well for me. So I'd probably want to try that before I repurchase this one. Or I'd try the multiple other ones that are available from other Korean and Japanese brands. So even though I did like this, it didn't change my life so much that I needed to repurchase this ASAP. So from Philosophy, this is the Microdelivery Resurfacing Peel. It's got a scrub and then it's got like an activating liquid. You mix them together in your hand, apply it on your face. So together it gives a physical and a chemical sort of exfoliation. It did work really well. It's quite an expensive product. I liked this more than I liked this. And I probably wouldn't repurchase it because I've found better ones. For example, I much prefer the Glyco scrub. This does a similar thing in one step and I think it gives better results. So even though I did like this, and if I hadn't found the Glyco one, I probably would have repurchased this. I prefer the Glyco one. All right, this product's been kicking around my bathroom for a long time. I seem to pull it out when the weather gets a little bit cold and dry. And then I put it away and then I pull it out again a few months later. But this is by Kosmea. It's the Rose Glow Body Oil. It's a beautiful body oil. My issue with it was, though, it came with like a stopper and it was like impossible to get enough out. So I pulled that off and I just pour it into my hands. This is a beautiful body oil. My only issue with it is that I found other ones that do a very similar job but are cheaper. But if you do like a rose hip oil and you do want something in like body form, this is beautiful. I also really love this brand for rosehip oil. It's my favorite rosehip oil brand, so I would probably repurchase this in the future, especially if I saw it on sale, because that would be the difference between buying that one and a cheaper one. I used up a sample hand cream from Tony Moly. I love this. It's a grapefruit hand cream. I had it in my car. I miss it. I feel like I miss it every time I'm driving. It's a beautiful hand cream. It smelled so good. Felt really good. I want to buy more because it's fantastic. So it's on my wish list. I'm buying it. All right, I used up a little travel pack from Murad. It had the Essential C Cleanser. It had the Essential C Daily Moisture Broad Spectrum Moisturiser and the Rapid Age Spot Correcting Serum. So it's like a little vitamin C pack. I bought this before I went to Bali. I actually really enjoyed it. The thing I probably enjoyed most was the cleanser. And then, I don't know, the other two were good. I used them all up at different rates though, which really annoyed me. I used this up first, then the moisturizer, then the cleanser. But I would probably repurchase the cleanser in the full size. It's a really, really beautiful, light, refreshing vitamin C cleanser. I liked it, but the rest of the products were decent as well. It was a nice little pack that I got for travel, and I'm glad I got it because I got to try some nice products, and I would be happy to use all these products again. It's just the one that I liked the most was probably the cleanser. I used up the La Roche Posay Serozinc. This is sort of one of those refreshing mists, but it's got zinc in it, so it's supposed to be good for oil control. Yeah, I used it up. I have a few of these little ones. I've never used these consistently to really see the difference between oil control and not using it, so I should do that in the future. But this is mainly in the warmer weather. I was just like, let's just use it because it's nice and refreshing. Used up baby wipes. These are just baby wipes. I use it to clean the table in my makeup room. I use it to, oh, there's one left in there. Hooray. I use it to like wipe my hands, mainly when we're filming the makeup breakup. It gets messy. Sometimes we use these. Speaking of the makeup breakup, we did a video on some Drunk Elephant minis and comparing how much product you get versus the big one and like the cost breakdown. So we bought a few little mini packs. So these are some of the packs, the products that I've been using, and I've been using them all throughout like the start of the year. We've got the Virgin Marula oil. I really liked this oil. We've got the Be Hydra Intensive. So this is the hydrating sort of serum. I quite liked that. We've got the C Firma Day Serum. This was all right. And the TLC Framboise, is it Framboise? Glycolic Night Serum. I think I get reactions from this. So I do actually have a full size of this, and I need to sort it out because I think this actually caused dry patches on my skin. So I'm not like blown away by these. I think the best thing that probably worked, that my skin responded best to, was the Marula oil, which this is too bright to see. Let's turn that down. There we go. And I've actually got a full size of this as well. But I don't know, these were fun to try, but I don't know how well my skin responds to this range. I feel like it doesn't respond as well as I would like it to. Then I used up this little serum. This is by V10 Plus. So it's the BioCell Serum. This is a Japanese brand. You sort of buy little serums and sort of mix them to suit your skin type, I guess, or your skin concerns. I don't know. I mainly used this when I was sort of traveling. So I used it like on and off. So I can't really say much about it. But there we go. Last sort of skincare, hair care, bathroom product, because the rest is makeup. I used this sachet, that's what it's called. I don't know if it's from, is it Briogeo? It's a Don't Despair Repair Deep Conditioning Mask. Now, I don't remember why I liked this, but I really liked it. So I would consider repurchasing or getting another sample of that to figure out why I liked it. Was it the smell? No. I don't know, something about it I really liked. All right, on to makeup. So I've got two foundations that I used up recently. The Marc Jacobs Remarkable Foundation. This was in my project pan. There is a place in the world for this, but it is not in my makeup collection. It's very high coverage, use the smallest amount. It can sort of settle into pores and dry patches. It doesn't last super well in oily skin, but it sort of works well at ramping up the coverage of other foundations. So I don't know. I think if anyone wanted to buy this, it's expensive. I'd say get a sample first because it's a very unusual foundation. It wasn't my favorite. I wouldn't repurchase it, but I didn't hate it so much to throw it out. I managed to use it up. So it's definitely usable. It's just sometimes you need to work at it to make it work and pair it with other things to make it work. I found this worked great with a BB cream, just to add more coverage to the BB cream. It almost worked like custom cover drops, but I wouldn't repurchase it. I didn't love it enough. I also used up the Urban Decay. This is the Naked Skin Weightless Ultra Definition Liquid Makeup. Oh, by the way, my shade, this is too light for me, but it's Ivory, and this is shade 2.0. This was actually surprisingly quite nice. It's a thin sort of liquidy product. I thought this was going to be really dewy. It's not. It's actually like a medium coverage with a soft matte finish. I quite liked it. You can see how liquidy it is because it's sort of like see-through. It's been sitting on the side, but you can see sort of see-through. And if you do just sit it up, it just pulls down the bottom. It's a very, very thin product. Quite comfortable, but I just didn't think it wore well enough on me for it to be something that I would repurchase. So even though I liked the finish of this and I liked the feel of it, the longevity just wasn't there, unfortunately. I used up Coty Airspun powder. I quite liked this. It's not the most refined powder, so sometimes it can look a little bit cakey on the skin. It does have a really strong floral, not floral scent, but a very musky sort of old lady sort of scent. I didn't hate the scent actually. It's very, very strong, and you know that you're using it when you put it on. It's like, oh, there we go. I'm using Coty Airspun. But I did like, it was a very versatile powder. You can use it under your eyes. You can use it to bake if you wanted to. You can use it to set things. I just prefer a more refined powder because on my sort of slightly aging skin, it sits a bit better. So I probably wouldn't repurchase this, but it was nice to use and it was fine to use up. I quite liked the process of using it. I would just want something a little bit more refined because it looks better. I used up Benefit Professional. This is the Pearl Primer. I quite liked this. When I was on holidays, I even used this when I wasn't wearing foundation because it does just sort of fill in the pores a little bit, makes your skin look a little bit more mattified and a little bit more smooth, and the color, which is a light pink color in this one, sort of reduced a little bit of redness and whatnot. So I actually really liked this on its own. It is a silicone primer. It breaks some people out. Luckily, it doesn't break me out, and I did enjoy using this. It doesn't work the best under some foundations because if some foundations don't set well and they sort of move around, having a silicone base just has a base for it to slip on top of, but I did enjoy using this. I probably wouldn't repurchase that because I've got Professional. I think I've got a couple of tubes out of it, and it's the same thing, just a different color. Professional is a little bit more like beige colored, whereas the Pearl one is a little bit pink, so it's a little bit more brightening. Yeah, I didn't hate it. I used up the Wet n Wild. This is the Contour Duo, so it's a contouring palette. It's got like a highlight side and a bronzer side. These were quite nice, very affordable. The contour side is quite pigmented, so you have to go quite light-handed, but I quite like the highlighter powder to set under my eyes or to blend. If you put too much blush on or too much contour on or too much bronzer on, you kind of use it to soften it down. So I won't repurchase this anytime soon because I've got so many bronzers and highlighters to work through. Oh, by the way, the highlighter was a matte highlighter. It wasn't a shimmery highlighter. It was just like a yellowy sort of light powder. But this was easy to use. I enjoyed using it. Last things from my project pans, I used up Laura Mercier. This is a mini caviar stick in copper. This is beautiful. I love the caviar sticks. This was like a gold color, and I would sometimes just put it all over the lid, blend it out with my finger. That's all my eyeshadow. Other times I would use it in my inner corner for a really intense foiled looking pop of color. It's beautiful. Sometimes I use it as a base, put something over the top. I love these. I would definitely buy some of my favorite shades in the bigger version. These were more cost effective buying them in a pack. I think the key with these is to find shades that you will actually use, because I did have some like darker shades and some matte shades and I just never used them. But this gold was beautiful. I loved it. So these are really great products if you find a shade that's worth the money. That's the key thing. If you buy a shade that you're not going to use, it's just going to sit there and go off and be not worth the money. But if you find a shade that you can use in multiple ways, these are beautiful products and I totally would repurchase it. I also am going to be throwing out my 3D brow tones in the shade 2. So this is from Benefit. It's a brow sort of setting colored tinted gel. Has a little bit of shimmer in it, so it's more to add dimension to the brows. So if you feel like the colors are looking quite block colored, you put some of this in and it really sort of helps define certain hairs to make it look a little bit more textured. I use this to the best of my ability. It's getting a little bit dry and the color doesn't really suit me very well, so I'm saying that is done. Then I also used up my Maybelline, this was the something color drama, maybe, I don't know. It's a little pencil and it was a nude shade. This was Nude Perfection. It was a great dupe for MAC Velvet Teddy. I enjoyed using it. It was comfortable. I used it up. I probably wouldn't repurchase this because I have so many nude lipsticks, but I did like this formula. It was good. Lastly, and I haven't exactly used these up, these are the Quartz Beauty Lashes in Sapphire. I still have half lashes that I'm using that I've put on a moisturizer lid, but I really enjoy these. They're Crystal Conti's brand. They're really, really comfortable, very lightweight, clear band, beautiful lashes, nice and wispy. So I would definitely buy more of those, but I've got a whole drawer full of lashes, so not just yet. All right, so I had to do that really fast because my battery is dying, but those were all my empties for March/April. Let me know what you've used up, what you recommend, what you don't recommend. I think these are sometimes really helpful because you really get a good sense of whether you liked a product after using it completely. Would you repurchase it? Would you not? So yeah, that is that. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.